You remember when you were a kid and you were playing with Play-Doh? You were making a lot of different shapes, geometries, and structures. Isn't it impressive? You can mold this material and cast or create different features, from a tree to a house to even a small grape. The human being, with the help of science and technology, has been able to shape and perhaps control the shape of different structures at a macro scale. However, we still cannot do this at the micro-nano scale. When we talk about the macro scale, we're talking about objects that can be bigger than the human body, such as a bus. On the other hand, when we use the term micro or nanoscale, we're referring to tiny objects smaller than the human hair. A human hair is approximately 100,000 nanometers in width. Can you imagine this? 1 nanometer is 1,000,000 times smaller than an ant. You may be thinking, if these structures are so tiny and small that I cannot even see them with my eyes, why should I care about tuning and controlling their shape? I want you to think about the device that you're using right now. You can be watching this video in your cell phone, your tablet, or your computer. Let's say that you're watching this in your cell phone. Isn't it well made? It is. It has components with size that range from centimeters, such as the screen and the case, to micrometers, such as transistors, which are in charge of processing the voice signals and the camera images. The macro scale design is what we can notice. However, we care more about the micro scale design because it is what determines the functionality of our device. We want precision and efficiency, and that relates in the design and manufacturing process of the micro and nano features. We have different techniques for the design and assembly or construction of macro features and structures. However, these techniques are not suitable for the design of micro-nano features. My name is Alondra Ortiz-Ortiz. I am a PhD student in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at the University of Michigan. I am part of the Dasgupta Research Group, and my research project is focused on trying to find a way of tuning and controlling the geometry, the shape, and the surface chemistry of micro-nanostructures. Our approach consists of a two-step process. First, we coat our surface with a thin layer of an oxide using atomic layer deposition. And then, nanostructures, such as nanowires or nanosheets, are grown on top of the coating using a hydrothermal growth method. This is when we're painting our house. We're coating the surface of the walls. The more layers we made, the thicker our coating is. In our case, the thickness of our coating depends on the number of cycles of the atomic layer deposition. But what is this amazing thing called atomic layer deposition? Atomic layer deposition is a deposition technique that allows the deposition of a thin film into a surface in a layer-by-layer fashion, one atom at a time. Okay, let's go back to our scales. One typical atom has a diameter between 0.1 and 0.5 nanometers. Can you imagine how thin our coatings are? The good news is that we can keep repeating the ALD cycles as much as we want to. If we want a thicker and uniform pavement or wall, we keep going. The same with our surfaces. After we finish our atomic layer deposition process, we perform a hydrothermal growth method. The coated surfaces are exposed to a previously fabricated solution for a defined amount of time at a certain temperature. What we have found so far is that the length of our nanostructures is a function of the growth time. The length of our nanostructure increases if we expose our surface to the solution for a longer time. We also found that the density of our designed structures, how packed or close to each other they are, is a function of the thickness of the ALD film, which depends on the number of cycles of atomic layer deposition. We have also discovered that if we deposit different oxide layers, we can grow different nanostructures, such as nanowires or nanosheets. Isn't this amazing? To this end, we have been able to tune and control the shape, the length, the density, and the geometry of our nanostructures. What about the surface chemistry? What about the reaction at the interface between our coated surfaces and the environment? Can we protect a boat from the formation of biofilm or the adhesion of microorganisms such as bacteria or algae to its surface when we submerge it in water? Indeed, we can change the wettability properties of our nanostructures to protect our surface from the environment. What I'm saying is that we can functionalize, or well, coat again, our nanostructures and then make our surfaces super hydrophobic. With a super hydrophobic coating, we can repel water and make our surface extremely difficult to wet. Then, our coatings can serve as a wall out of bricks and protect our surface from different microorganisms. Well, we're not really blocking the interaction of the environment with our surface. What we're really doing is allowing the interaction with air instead of water, and forming a narrow layer between the surface and the water. Then, when water tries to come in contact with our surface, it bounces and rolls off. Great! However, we don't always want to protect our surface from the interaction with the environment. Perhaps sometimes we want this interaction to occur. This is the case of nanostructures designed for coating the surface of biosensors, medical devices used to target or identify specific biomolecules, such as glucose, and detect the presence of different diseases, such as diabetes, one of the leading causes of death in the United States. Wait, what? Yes, we can use our nanostructures to quickly and easily detect the presence of a biomolecule, and then we can come with that diagnosis as soon as we need it. In 2018, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reported that an estimated 10.5% of the US population have diabetes. We're talking about 34.2 million people. This can include someone from our family, it can be a friend, a neighbor, a member of our community. From this, 10.2% had diagnosed diabetes. The remaining 0.3% had diabetes, but had not yet been diagnosed with it. I know someone with diabetes, and I'm pretty sure you do too. This highlights the importance of increasing the diagnosis tools. During recent years, the design of biosensors as a diagnosis tool for different diseases has attracted attention. An atomic layer deposition has been proved to play an important role in the design and fabrication process of all the biosensors key components. Atomic layer deposition represents a unique, low-cost technique that allows the control and tunability of micro-nanostructures, which can improve the development, design, and performance of biosensors, while enhancing the precision, sensitivity, and functionality of the micro-nano device. Thank you.